Hi, I'm Lamar Steiner, owner here at Tranquil Acres Cabins. Thanks for taking a moment out of your day to stop by and see what we have to offer here. We're located just outside of Millersburg, between Berlin and Millersburg, Ohio here, kind of along State Route 39, the main artery that runs through the county. Wanted to give you a little bit of a about us backstory of how we came to be here, how we arrived where we are. Our family, background here, we were farmers all the way up till 2006. My dad's side of the family, going back generations, all the way to Switzerland. We're all farmers. I grew up in that agricultural environment. We had, like I said, a dairy farm where we had a 135-acre farm, rented some ground in addition to that. We milked 60-ish, give or take, cows. We thought we'd be farmers for forever until 2006. Well, late 2005, I guess. Dad had an injury to his back. Dad and I were working on trying to trim a cow's hooves, and we were trying to run her into a chute. And the cow decided she's not going in. And so she decided to turn around and chase him down and ran him over. When he hit the concrete, his back was never the same after that point in time. So after that injury, he kind of knew that a pivot was needed. And one thing leads to another, and eventually he made the decision to sell the farm, but he didn't know what to pivot into. But then he saw a sale bill in the local paper here that there was this property for sale, Tranquil Acres Cabins, and kept thinking about it, talked to Mom, talked to the rest of us, and eventually we came and looked at it, and at the public auction, stood beside him when he kept bidding and bought the place. And life very dramatically changed. So we pivoted to Tranquil Acres here. At that point in time, there were only 2 cabins here on the property. So we built Cozy Pine, basically as soon as the property here ended up in our hands. I would dip in and out of helping Mom and Dad build this place up whenever it was needed. Family business, there's not always a budget to hire everything out. So sometimes, a lot of times, you just have to pull together and get the job done. So that's how it went, and we continued building the business up for a day down the road when my parents inevitably would have to slow down or a transition would come. We thought, there would be lots of time. My parents were just in their low 60s at that point in time, but you never know what life holds. And unfortunately, in 2021, October of 2021, my dad, Jesse, got COVID, and within 2 weeks, ended up passing away from it. Very quickly augured into the ground, and life very dramatically changed. It was my wife and I's goal that we would be at my parents' side to help, but we thought there would be lots of time. That's not how it went. One of the principles and values that Dad always put forth as something we never will deviate from is the principle that we want to honor God and the legacy of those that have been involved in our lives. So from my perspective, Dad, Mom, and before that, the Miller family that previously owned Tranquil Acres here. We want to honor the sacrifice that each of those people gave to, we stand on their shoulders, and we appreciate that. So after Dad passed away of COVID, we operated in crisis mode, didn't know where we were going, what we were doing for quite a long period of time. It felt like, anyhow. Reality wasn't that long, but we decided to kind of, with the advice of different people involved, go ahead and enact the plan. And my wife and I have now purchased Tranquil Acres from my mother. She's going to remain involved in the office work and continue alongside of us for as long as she wants to be. The goal is to be an assist at the side, alongside, but not fundamentally change anything. We want to continue the vision, carry it on, move it down the field, but we don't really want to change anything. So if you're a guest that has come many times, don't expect to see big changes. We're not wanting to change things. We're wanting to continue things on. And of course, with different humans involved, things will change to an extent, but we want to keep the core vision of what was started. We want to carry it on. We don't want to fundamentally shift things. We don't want your experience to change. Dad always talked about the idea of everyone will always forget everything you ever said to them, but no one will ever forget the way you made them feel. And that has stuck with me so long, to always try to relate to people in such a way that makes them feel like we honor their personhood and we respect where they're coming from. We all have complicated lives and we all need a respite from it. We all need to pull away. And I know myself, I go through periods of burnout where I need that moment. Everyone does. And that's what we want Tranquil Acres to be. We want to be that refuge that you can come to get away from the troubles of life.